Oh, I got Shatika in the house. Hey, Shatika. How's Shatika doing tonight? Got a hair in my mouth. Well, and I got little buddy here wanting to get up in my lap. What do you want, little buddy? You've been fed so much you're gonna be fat. Yeah, you've been fed. You've been fed so much you're gonna get fat. He wanted to get up in my lap. Tell everybody hello. Tell everybody hello. Look at there. There's little buddy. Say hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. He's a big cat now. He's heavy. He's been eating pretty good. Let me get down here so I can see the chat. I hope my picture does good tonight. I think it was messing up because I didn't realize it, but I had not changed my pay information on my auto pay on my cell phone plan, and the plan ran out and I couldn't make a call. And then I got a message saying that your plan has run out, reactivate it. And then I realized right then what I did. I didn't put in my new card information, when they canceled out my old cards and give me the new ones because of those fraudulent charges. So I just had to put in my new card information and reactivate it, and then it was fine. But it seemed like the picture's a lot better now. Or mine on my laptop is coming in a lot better from my phone, so from on the camera. Ain't that right, little buddy? He's wondering why I'm stroking my hair and I'm not petting him. Let's see what else we got in here. We got Jerry. Hi, Jerry. How you doing? Thank you. We got Frida Cassidy. You can see we got little buddy here tonight. He wanted to get up in my lap just as I got started. He comes scratching at the door. Poor Lucky doesn't know what to think. He likes sleeping in the greenhouse, and he's wondering where his roof is gone. But hopefully I can get it fixed tomorrow. I replanted a bunch of stuff, or reseeded it, and I've replanted a bunch of stuff. It's going to take forever now for it to come up because everything had just started to pop up out of the dirt. I mean, not every bit of it. The peppers and the tomatoes were taking a little bit longer, even though I've got some tomatoes that did sprout. But I lost some of my Ponderosa Pink tomato seeds, and I don't know if I've got any more. I don't know if I planted all I had in the pots to root them or not. So I got to look through my seeds and see if I've got any more. I don't really think I do, but I did have Cherokee Purple tomatoes that I put in those pots, hoping they'll come up real quick if I keep them in the sunshine. Little buddy. Isn't he something? He wanted to get up here in my lap just as I started my live. He wants attention. He's just a big baby. Yeah, he's just a big baby. He'll steal the show tonight. Jay says, such a pretty cat. I know, and it's kind of disheartening when you plant all your seeds and you kept waiting and you check them every day to see if you see a little bit of a sprout come up. And then I started seeing sprouts coming up, and I was tickled to death. And then I go out there, and all my trays are upside down in the dirt in the floor. And, there was a lot of them that hadn't germinated and started coming up yet. I don't know where the seeds are. I dumped a lot of the little cups in a pan And I'm going to put that dirt back in another pot and reseed it with something. And hopefully, maybe there was one or two seeds that survived and stayed in the dirt. And they may germinate and come up with whatever else I put in there. So we'll see. We'll see, little buddy, won't we? Yeah. It was not only the wind being strong, but that green top that I had on it was not the exact fit. It was too tall. And that little bit of wind would get up in it and it would make a balloon out of the roof of it. So I can't use that particular top on cover on that greenhouse. It's too big. But I ordered another one, I think, that's going to fit, hopefully. If not, I'm just going to, I guess, get another whole greenhouse so I know that the top fits it. You don't like the Cherokee purple tomatoes? Well, I don't think I ever got to eat any last year. I did get to eat a couple of the Ponderosa pink tomatoes. But I can't remember if I even had any come up of the Cherokee purple last year. No, I've not been sick. You know, all this house building and clearing of lots, plus the wind been blowing for days on end like crazy, the way it's been. It's got all that dust stirred up in the air, and it gets into the house whether you realize it or not. Everything in my house is dusty right now. And there's no need to dust until the wind settles down and quits blowing like it's doing. But when you got lots being cleared over here and digging holes, and lots being cleared over here and digging holes, and way back here on another block over here, they're doing the same thing. And then with this wind kicked up like it has for the last 3 or 4 days, it just stirs all that stuff up in the air. And I can't even hardly breathe without coughing. It's just my allergies. I haven't been sick at all. Just sick with allergies, put it that way. And there's Tamara Aimling. Hello. They're saying hello to you, little buddy. You get up there and say hi. Say hello to everybody. Say, here I am. He says, I know I'm a sweet cat. He says, I know I'm a sweet kitty. He's heavy. I bet he weighs about 7 or 8 pounds if I put him on a scale. I doubt I could get him to stay on the scale. He'd have to sit on it. Because he eats pretty good. He doesn't go hungry, put it that way. Neither one of these kitties go hungry. Yeah, he's a big boy. I have to hold him when he's in my lap because there's not room for him to lay down. He'll fall out of my lap. Ain't that right, little buddy? You're such a big kitty, you'll just fall right off my lap. And there's Dennis. Hey, Dennis. Your Aunt Martha called and won't quit talking. Well, you go ahead and talk to her, Dennis. We haven't started playing yet. Just as I got started, little buddy wanted to come in and get up in my lap. I guess he was afraid Lucky was in here, but Lucky's not in here. Lucky's outside curled up sleeping somewhere. I know he'll be glad when I get the cover back on the greenhouse. You ready to get down? Go find you a place to curl up and go to sleep. Dennis, I watched the video of Brooklyn scrambling eggs today. I thought that was so cute. She had scrambled eggs, banana, and toast for breakfast. That's what she fixed. And there's Chill. Hey, Chill. How's Chill doing tonight? Dennis says, I'll play for fun, but Tamara will win. You never know. There's Uncle BB. Hi, Uncle BB. This is a little bit different. I'm not asking questions about the videos tonight. We're asking trivia questions, so everybody's got a shot. She'll be there tomorrow? Okay. Well, tell her I said hi and that I watched her scramble them eggs. They look good. Yeah, it's the weekend. Almost. One more day and we got the weekend on us. And I'm hoping I can get out there and I've got to finish filling that last raised bed. And I've got to take my greenstock tower apart and freshen up the soil in that and plant my lima beans in there. So I got two things pressing that I've got to take care of. Plus I got to get the cover put back on the greenhouse. No, she didn't scramble the eggs. I mean, the bananas in the egg. She scrambled her eggs and then she put them on the plate. And then she peeled her banana and she cut it up in slices on the plate with her eggs. And Jerry said, who can afford eggs? Got to get you some chickens, Jerry. I mean, I guess I've got room. I could put a chicken house on my other lot over here, but I can't afford to build a chicken house. A friend of mine said, well, your greenhouse is just the right size for about 3 chickens. And if you want eggs just for yourself, about 3 chickens is all you need, and they'll keep you in eggs. But I said, yeah, how much is it going to cost me to feed them? And then you can't keep them cooped up in a pen all the time. You got to let them get out and walk around a little bit. So I'd have to have an area fenced in and covered to where they couldn't get out. Well, I live in a subdivision, so right now you can still have up to 12 chickens in your yard, but you got to have them fenced in a house and all that. But they stopped letting anybody have roosters. You could have roosters till last year, and they put a stop to that because I had probably 12 roosters all around me, and you could hear them crowing every day. I mean, I didn't mind it myself. I liked hearing them. Okay, Gladys. Well, I hope your headache goes away. And there's Tamara Douglas. Hi, Tamara Douglas. Yeah, did any of you take a look at that short video that I posted this afternoon? It was of the progress on the house over there. I mean, I looked out first thing this morning. There was nothing there but concrete, a concrete slab. All of a sudden, I heard those guys come in, and I heard it hammering and nailing going on. And I fixed me something to eat and a cup of coffee, and directly I looked out the back, and they already had the frame of the house up. Well, the old way to build a house, was with a hammer and nails. They're using electric nail guns. So you pop the board up there and go zap, zap, and you got the board nailed in. It goes a lot quicker than the old-timey way of just using a nail and hammer. The way those guys are going, they'll have it finished in 2 weeks inside and out. Well, maybe not that quick, because they usually bring in different crews to do different phases of the house. Well, we usually start at 7:30. We give people time to get in and say hello to everybody and chit-chat a little bit, and then we get started with trivia. There's Pam. Hey, Pam. And there's MT. Hey, MT. 61 degrees here right now. It was a little cooler today than yesterday or the day before. I don't know why, but the last couple of days it's been like 10 degrees cooler. But that wind will not stop blowing. Well, thank you, Jerry. I wished I hadn't put the dark stain on it now, because the stain I put on it's too dark. I couldn't remember what I put on the first little cabinet over here that I made, and it's a little lighter. But, I mean, it looks good, but it's a little darker than I intended it to be. What decade? I don't know. I thought I'd use the 21st century. That covers, the whole century of questions, so. Yeah, it was interesting. They put up they framed up the bottom, and then they did like a A at each end, and then they put a one cross beam the whole length of the roof, the very top, and then they came back and started putting the boards that were up and down. So it's going to be a pretty good size house. Like I said, they're not going to have much of a front or backyard, but a lot of people like that because they don't want to mow a lot of grass all the time. Yeah, it works the same. It's just a little bit more effort and work to use just a regular hammer. But it would tire me out having to hold that electric nail gun because they look heavy. You need a good swig of rock and rye for your cough. I need all the dust to settle down. And by the time it settles down out there, if it rains, it's already in the house. So my house is all dusty. Then I got to go to the battle of dusting everything off. And then I have to wear a mask to even do that. Oh my goodness, Tamara, you're expecting 3 to 6 inches of snow tonight into tomorrow. Yeah, I thought, sorry y'all, I can't talk for these allergies. I thought several times that Lucky and little Buddy needed a pet door so they could come in and out as they wanted to, but I'm afraid they bring other cats with them. Shame on you, Dennis. You should have told her to sign into YouTube and get on this chat, and she could talk to all of us. We get to meet your aunt. Yeah, I used to say if I ever won the lottery, I'd build my big house too, but it don't look like I'm going to win the lottery. And it'd be my luck. I'd win just about enough to think about building a house, but not enough to actually build one. So, yeah, I guess she does love you, Dennis. You shouldn't have hung up on her. Or not hung up on her. You told her you couldn't talk. The wet, heavy stuff, huh? That means it's going to be cold, too. Yeah, I wouldn't want to roof it either. And I noticed on all these homes they're building, they're putting the old-timey tar shingles up. They're not putting aluminum or steel roofs up. They're putting the old-timey uh, tar shingles things. And I'm glad I don't have them, because the way our wind is, you'd lose some shingles every year, I think. Yeah, I'm hoping winter's done here, too. I don't want to lose any more of my seedlings. I got tomato plants coming up. I got okra coming up. I've got geraniums, the first geraniums I've ever had to come up. I've got a whole tray of geraniums, all different colors. I can't wait to get them planted and have them grow big. Well, they've been putting the wooden privacy fences up. I don't know if that's what they'll do back here or not, but that's what all the rest of them are doing. That brick home at the end of the street on the corner that was up for sale, it never had sold, so they came back last week and they put in a privacy fence all the way around the back and up the side. I think that might help it sell, because at least when they're in their backyard, what backyard they'll have, it'll be private. You know, it's not like they're in the other person's yard next to them. Yeah, so far, anybody that's putting up a fence around their place, it's like the one across the street. It's the wooden privacy fence. It looks like it's 10 foot tall. I don't know how tall it is. Exactly. That's what I was thinking, Dennis. I said, I've got too many wild critters around here. I'd have skunks and coons, and I'd have armadillos and possum and everything else coming through that pet door. I don't need that. I said, well, if everybody that builds a house around here puts up privacy fences, maybe I won't have to. I'd love to have me a privacy fence, at least around, coming up halfway the lot, and then back around the garden, all the way back across 3 lots and up, for privacy to my garden and stuff, so nobody can complain about my buckets and my totes and the way I'm planting my garden. Oh my goodness. Well, she needs to get on YouTube with us, Dennis, because we live out in the boonies too. Tell her she needs to get on YouTube and chat with us to have company. I just can't afford a fence. I don't have the money for a fence. I've got to order propane, and that's going to be probably anywhere from $700 to $1,000 to get that, because that's for the whole year. And my light is going out in my refrigerator. I can't see what I've got in there. I have to take a flashlight and shine it in my refrigerator so I can see what I got. One of the subscribers said, well, just shut the door and open it a couple of times, it'll come back on. Well, it's been like that for a week now, and it's not coming back on, I'm afraid. And I'm afraid next it's just going to quit working. So I'm looking at having to get a new refrigerator before too much longer. I still haven't got my floor finished. But I need a little bit of help doing it. Right. Uncle BB. Oh. Well, I guess we should start playing, huh? If I can get hold of some cards that we haven't used yet. I think every time I grab one that we've already had. Seems like when I talk, my throat gets dry and it like tickles. It's like it gets raw. You could be too tall, Linda. And Tamara said the bulb. You know, that made me think I planted some caladium bulbs today. I put them in those white pots that I've got. And then I put them on the planter on the porch that little Lucky wanted to lay down in all the time. But I took garden stakes and put all around in there so he can't lay on top of it. And I put some in that square planter that's down on the concrete below the steps. I think I got 4 or 5 of them planted in that. I don't think I'd ever be too tall, but maybe for a pet door. I don't think I want to venture in trying to go through a pet door. All right, here we go. First question. What biographical drama about a mathematical genius won the Oscar for Best Picture in 2002? What was the name of the drama? I'll read the question again. What biographical drama about a mathematical genius won the Oscar for Best Picture in 2002? Lights are on. Yeah, I keep leaving my front porch light on. It's been burning every day because I forget to turn it off in the morning. So by the time I realized it was still on, I said, well, there's no need in turning it off now. In just an hour, I'll have to turn it back on. So I just left it. I'll read it again. What biographical drama about a mathematical genius won the Oscar for Best Picture in 2002? We got Life with Pippin Time in the house. Hello, Life with Pippin Time. Dennis says, I got a feeling I'm going to win. How's Life with Pippin Time tonight? Everybody got their answers in? It's been a long day. I don't know. He's not come in yet. Maybe he forgot. Where's your answer at, Dennis? I haven't seen you try to answer it yet. I'll read the question one more time. What biographical drama about a mathematical genius won the Oscar for Best Picture in 2002? Think positive, Dennis. All right, y'all give up. Y'all got your answers in? A beautiful mind. Quite a few of you got it right. A beautiful mind was the answer. Next question. What did Eve and Gwen Stefani want to blow in 2001? It's a crazy question. What did Eve and Gwen Stefani want to blow in 2001? I don't know who Eve is. I know Gwen Stefani. Well, I know of her, who she is, but what did Eve and Gwen Stefani want to blow in 2001? And there's It's Me, Ann. How's Ann doing tonight? They wanted to blow your mind, y'all. Well, good. I know you've been going through a hard time. All right, next question. What catchphrase did Arnold Schwarzenegger use instead of "you're fired" after he became host of the new Celebrity Apprentice? What term did he use other than saying "you're fired" when he became host of the new Celebrity Apprentice? Think about it. What would be appropriate for him to say? If you know anything about Arnold's movies, you should know what he would probably say, what he'd say instead of "you're fired." Hasta vista, baby. Yeah, that sounds like something he would say. Because he does say that in one of his movies, I remember. But I can't tell you if that's it or not. Can't tell you if you're right or wrong. What catchphrase did Arnold Schwarzenegger use instead of "you're fired" after he became host of the new Celebrity Apprentice? You won't be back. Did I just get fired? No, you didn't get fired. This is what Arnold would say. What did he say when he became the host of the new Celebrity Apprentice show? Apprentice show. We got a couple of correct answers here. And I probably shouldn't even tell you that, but it's not a tumor. All right, I'm going to go ahead and tell you. You're terminated. That's what Arnold said. You're terminated. He didn't tell him they were fired. He said, you're terminated. All right, next question. How many gold medals did Michael Phelps win in Olympic competition? How many gold medals did Michael Phelps win in Olympic competition? Every time I get a cough drop going in my mouth, I'm coughing again. And I use my nasal spray too, and it's not helping. It helps for about 2 seconds. How many gold medals did Michael Phelps win in Olympic competition, Dennis? How many? You got to give me a number. Just guess. Who are you talking to? 6 minus 1 plus 18. So Jill's giving us mathematical problems, equations to figure out. How many gold medals did Michael Phelps win in Olympic competition? Come on, Dennis, give me a number. Guess. Everybody got their answers in? It was 23. He won 23 gold medals in Olympic competition. 23. And a few of you got it. Next question. What smartwatch raised over $20 million on Kickstarter in 2015? Man in a woman's sport, so I don't care. Oh, Dennis, you crack me up. What smartwatch raised over $20 million on Kickstarter in 2015? I think Dennis has been drinking something. He's probably sitting there reading everybody's chat singing. Fitbit. We got Swatch. And there's Snow White. Hey, stranger. Welcome to our live trivia tonight. Mind your own business, Gladys. Y'all just crack me up. What smartwatch raised over $20 million on a Kickstarter in 2015? How are Snow White doing? Has everybody got their guesses in? Their guesses or their answers or whatever? Countdown from 10 to 1, and I'm going to go on to the next question. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It was Pebble Time. Jerry got it. He knew it. He might have looked it up or something, but he's got it right. Pebble Time. I'm sorry to hear that, Snow White. You've been in pain and in bed. Goodness gracious, I hate to hear that. Now Dennis is giving me numbers. Janice said she got her seeds. Well, good. And welcome to our chat, Jana. How old is that smartwatch, Pebble Stone Age? I have no idea, but the answer was Pebble Time. I've never heard of it. And Dennis says Rolex. Rolex is pretty old too. But it wasn't Rolex, it was Pebble Time, whatever that was. All right, next question. In Martin Scorsese's Hugo, 12-year-old Hugo lives in what type of a building? Nothing older than rocks. In Martin Scorsese's Hugo, 12-year-old Hugo lives in what type of a building? Where does he live? I wouldn't know if I didn't have this card. I don't know anything about Martin Scorsese's Hugo. Lives in a walk-up. Janice says he lives in a castle. Tamara said he lives in a railway station. Have I got any more answers or guesses? Museum, a bus depot, train station, a litter box. I wouldn't want to live in a litter box. That'd be terrible, Uncle BB. 43 watching tonight. Y'all give up, or do I have some more people that's got answers to pop in with? I'll do a countdown from 10. Your your answers got to appear in the box to count before I get to 0. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. My phone and my TV aren't in sync. Oh no. It was a train station. Hugo lived in a train station, y'all. Couple of you got it. Uncle BB says station wagon. No, it wasn't a station wagon. It was a train station to where he lived. The 12-year-old Hugo lives in what type of building? It was a train station. So we got a few people that said that. Come in too late, Jana. I'll give you a point anyway. Because I know that the internet lags. He lives in the garbage, Jerry. Poor Hugo. All right, next question. What was Macklemore and Ryan Lewis' first song to reach 1 billion views on YouTube? What was Macklemore and Ryan Lewis's first song to reach 1 billion views on YouTube? What was the name of the song? We got Paula Bordeaux in the house. Or Boudreaux. I never say that right. I know I don't. Uncle BB says, cry me a river. I've never heard of him either. I'll read it again. What was Macklemore and Ryan Lewis's first song to reach 1 billion views on YouTube? I go up against IRS tomorrow to ask for innocent spouse relief. Oh, good, Jana. Maybe you'll get it and you won't have to deal with all that. You won't have to pay anything because you shouldn't. I mean, it wasn't your deal to do that. So we'll all be saying a prayer for Jana tomorrow that she wins this so she doesn't have to pay any money back to the IRS. We just got started, Jerry. What do you mean, how many more questions? I thought you were in a rush to get started. Are now you in a rush to finish? Next question. It was thrift shop was the answer. And quite a few of you got it. All right, next question. The sitcom's final episode sees Ted standing outside Robin's window holding a blue French horn. What sitcom's final episode sees Ted standing outside Robin's window holding a blue French horn? What was the name of that show? Or the final episode of it? Oh, Jerry says it's getting near his bedtime. Sorry. Nobody's got anywhere close to being right yet. Good tries, but none of them are right. Oh, baby. Oh. You want me to repeat the question? What sitcom's final episode sees Ted standing outside Robin's window holding a blue French horn? Was $20,000 a sitcom? If it is, I have never heard of it. Of course, I've not heard of half of them out there anyway, so. Gilligan's Island. You know, I haven't seen Gilligan's Island in years. No, what I am told I am held responsible for to the IRS. Well, I hope not. Oh, me. Did the IRS tell you that, Jana? Everybody got their answers in? Last weekend I had my appointment. They told you that? Yeah, but I mean, if that was true, they wouldn't have the innocent spouse thing. So I'm still thinking you're going to be able to get out of it. Because if you knew nothing about that goings on and your husband was the one dealing with all that, you should not be held responsible for it. All right, I'll tell y'all the answer. It's How I Met Your Mother. How I Met Your Mama. A couple of you got it right. How I Met Your Mama. Well, your mother. Next question. This is a sports related one. Dennis is, I'm applying for guilty spouse. You got it right, Edith. You said How I Met Your Mom. That's the same thing. So you got it right, Edith. Next question. What MLB team moved into Target Field prior to 2010 season? What MLB team moved into Target Field prior to the 2010 season? Oh, well, good. Nobody copies anybody because nobody knows if the answer you're copying is right or not. So it's not really copying. You might see somebody answer and you might think, well, that's possibly it. And it's perfectly fine if you use that answer. That doesn't mean you're copying their answers. Because, you know, you might copy them and they get it wrong. They're not necessarily right. I've told everybody that time and time again. If you see somebody put an answer up and if you think that's what it is, by God, you put it up there. Oh, I got so much to do. There's only one of me, y'all. I still haven't attempted to fix my sink drain. I mean, water goes down it. I just can't put the stopper in it. Tweens. I have to get another cough drop before I start gagging again. Everybody got their answer in? MT and Pippin Time are competing against each other. All right, get your answers in. By the time I hit 0, I'm moving on to the next question. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. It was Minnesota Twins. And if you just put down Twins, that's fine. You got a point. Next question. What president once equipped, they misunderestimated me? What president once quipped, they misunderestimated me? What president said that? They misunderestimated me. If he knows the answer, I slap his phone out of his hand. I hate to say it was not Nixon. I'll give you that much. It's not Nixon, but I'm not going to tell you who it is. What president once quipped, they misunderestimated me? Zelenacki. I've never heard of this Zelenacki. Zelenacki? Who is Zelenacki? Autocorrect won't let me answer. And there's Mrs. Meyer too. Hello. Oh, your mom, Sissy. Well, hello, Sissy. Glad you could join us. How did Queen Elizabeth II get in there? Oh, well, she may have said that at some time. I don't know. He doesn't own a blazer. All right, 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. It was George W. Bush. A couple of you got it right. George W. Bush. See there, Edith, you got that one right. Next question. What 2001 romantic comedy chronicles a year in the life of a 30-something single woman from London? What 2001 romantic comedy chronicles a year in the life of a 30-something year old single woman from London? What was the name of the comedy? Hi, Pat Watson. Welcome to our trivia night. I'll read the question over since you've come in. What 2001 romantic comedy chronicles a year in the life of a 30-something single woman from London? What was the name of the comedy? Yeah, we're glad you could come in and join us, Pat. Diary of Anne Frank. That really wasn't a romantic comedy, Dennis. That was a real life horror story almost. I watched that movie and I read the book, and it was awful. You've been watching for a while, Pat? Well, good. I'm glad you decided to come in to chat. All right, I'm going to do a countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. It was Bridget Jones' Diary. So quite a few of you got that right. Bridget Jones' Diary was the answer, y'all. All right, next question. This is a music-related one. What song by Phantom Planet was the theme song to the TV series The OC? What song by Phantom Planet was the theme song to the TV series The OC? Yes, I accept your answers, Edith. You got several points over here. Dennis, you're trying to think, but nothing's happening. I didn't even know there was anybody named Phantom Planet. But they sang that they did this song. It was the theme song to the TV series OC. What was the song? Phantom of the Opera, no. Jackson's 5, nope. I mean, just because it was sung by Phantom Planet doesn't mean it was Phantom of the Opera. MT said Jingle Bells. What song by Phantom Planet was the theme song to the TV series The OC? I didn't know there was a series OC. I live with my head in the sand, don't I? I don't know what's going on around me. All right, I'm going to do the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. It was California. California. They did the song California. It was California, Edith. You got it. Dennis said, I prefer the old questions that I had memorized. All right, next question, y'all. Who played Erica Kane on All My Children for 41 years? What was her real life name? Who played Erica Kane on All My Children for 41 years? That used to be one of my favorite shows. I always watched it. Susan Luck. Okay, well, what was her name, Gladys? You should know. You watched it every day. Who played Erica Kane on All My Children for 41 years? She's on Broadway right now. I didn't know that. She's got to be getting up there in age pretty good. Losing Poochie. Okay, I'm going to give you the answer. It was Susan Lucci. Susan Lucci. I mean, she was the main reason I watched All My Children, because she was the star of the show. Okay, Gladys, you don't have to play. Next question. What Dan Brown mystery novel published in 2003 sold over 80 million copies? Someone who is dead now. She looks fabulous as ever. Really? That's what money can do for you. A lot of facelifts and tummy tucks. And if I had all that kind of money, I'd look good too. Maybe. If you got the right doctors. I'd be like that woman that went and had all that plastic surgery done, came out looking like a lion. He ruined her looks. I haven't asked the next question, y'all. Y'all giving me answers. Next question. What MLB team is home to the famous racing sausages? I never heard that before. You're a question ahead of me, Jerry. I haven't read that question yet. That was the question. What Dan Brown mystery novel published in 2003 sold over 80 million copies? And it was the Da Vinci Code. And I hadn't read that one, had I? I don't even know what the question is, Dennis. I'll read it again. What MLB team is home to the famous racing sausages? Well, I backed up because I hadn't read this other one yet. But I gave him a point for Da Vinci Code. What ML team is home to the famous racing sausages? Okay, I believe you. I gave you a point. That was my mistake if I skipped down and read the last question before I read the one before it. More pork sausages, please. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. It was the Milwaukee Brewers. I'm not good at trivia. Gonna answer my phone. Well, you never know. It just depends on the questions. It was the Milwaukee Brewers. Next question. What silent movie won the Oscar for Best Picture in 2012? What silent movie won the Oscar for Best Picture in 2012? Oh. Something fishy's going on. It was one of the silent movies, and it won an Oscar for Best Picture in 2012. I know, Dennis, you were supposed to be winning. Oh, man. Oh, God. Oh, I can't stop yawning, y'all. Y'all are making me sleepy. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. The artist. Several of you got it correct. It was the artist was the answer. All right, this is another musical question. Whose album, Genius Loves Company, won 8 Grammy Awards in 2005? Whose album, Genius Loves Company, won 8 Grammy Awards in 2005? Who was the artist in that? Or the singer, or whatever you want to call him. Call them. Oh, man. Oh. Oh, and I wanted to tell you all, too. I have been completely honest with you. Those raised beds that I just recently got, I have a totally brand new secret sponsor. They sent those to me. I did not purchase them myself, but I know where they were from. But I cannot reveal who it is that sent it. And I was debating long and hard whether to even say that they were sent to me by someone, because the silent giver I had before, or anonymous giver, someone found out who it was, and they went and told them a whole bunch of stuff. And now they don't even support my channel at all. They don't even come to my lives. They don't send anything. They just completely stopped. I guess they're helping someone else. But that's okay. It's not my loss. It's my gain. If they don't want to support me, that's fine. Yeah, it's wonderful for me. I've got a new anonymous giver. But somebody asked me, since I had started using the raised beds, am I going to get rid of my buckets and my totes and stuff like that? And I said, oh no, they work too well. I mean, I plant too good and grow stuff really well in my buckets and my totes. I'll never get rid of them. I mean, the only way I'll get rid of one is if it breaks down. Like one did, you know, the canopy blew over on it one year and it started cracking it. And now the whole side is cracked because it's from the sun, it's dry rotted on the end tote. So I bought a tote today and I'm going to replace it maybe tomorrow. But I'm going to have to get out there and I'm going to have to dig everything out of that one and put it in the new one. Because if I try to pick it up, it's just going to break apart. That's what this Texas sun does. Let me read that question one more time. Whose album Genius Loves Company won 8 Grammy Awards in 2005? Dennis says, I'll be sleeping while you do that. Yeah, you probably will. Y'all give up? Where everybody at least got their guess in or their try? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ray Charles, y'all. It was Ray Charles. Jerry, we've been on for what? An hour and almost a half? We usually go for 2 hours and then we tally up the points and pick the winner. But it was Ray Charles. We got a couple of right answers on that, though. So probably about 30 more minutes. Next question. Where do Leonard, Sheldon, Howard, and Ray work on the Big Bang Theory? Where do Leonard, Sheldon, Howard, and Ray, it's R-A-J, work on the Big Bang Theory? How did Corvettes get in there? Where do Leonard, Sheldon, Howard, and Ray work on the Big Bang Theory? Where are they at when they're doing their work? Let's see how many points you got, Jerry. 5, 10, 15. You got 16 points. You're ahead. You're the leader so far. But unfortunately, if you leave, you forfeit your win. Gay Tavern. Oh, goodness me. I don't know if I'm going to hold out for another half hour. But yeah, you're winning so far. It was Caltech, California Institute of Technology. Caltech. A couple of you got that. We're giving away seeds for your garden. Are you planting a garden, Jerry? Revive the Bavarian. Is it worth staying up for? Well, it's seeds for your garden. I don't know if you want seeds or not, but that's what the prize is. Anita said her medication is kicking in. Are y'all wanting to call the game or what? A lot of you needing to leave. We've been on for about an hour and a half. Let's watch the ball drop. MT said keep going. All right, I have no problem with that. Which two countries fielded a unified women's ice hockey team at the 2018 Winter Olympics in Pyeongchang? It's Pyeongchang, wherever that is. I can't pronounce it. What two countries fielded a unified women's ice hockey team at the 2018 Winter Olympics in Pyeongchang? It is two countries you got to name, not just one. It was two of the countries. China and North Pole? No. You're in the... I don't know how you got that. North Korea. There's two of them, Edith. What's the other one? Uncle BB said Finland and New Zealand. It's two countries. You said North Korea. Do you know what the other one would be? Uncle BB guessed Finland and New Zealand. Edith guessed North Korea, South Korea. Dennis says North Korea and South Korea. Y'all got your guesses in? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. It's North Korea and South Korea. Dennis got it. Edith got it correct. North Korea and South Korea were the two countries that I was looking for. Way to go, Dennis. Way to go, Edith. I did not mean to. Well, you got it right. Next question. In 2013, the U.S. Department of Justice changed what 30-year-old with espionage. Let me read that again. In 2013, the U.S. Department of Justice charged what 30-year-old with espionage? Who got charged for espionage in 2013 by the U.S. Department of Justice? You knew that from YouTube? Well, good for you, Edith. No, was not Elon Musk. Man, I'd love to have just a little bit of his money. From what I understand, that man is worth billions and billions, trillions. He's probably the richest man in the world, from all I know. I have no idea. He's pretty wealthy. Every time I get the answer, the commercial comes on. I'm sorry. I need to come on earlier. What does everybody else think about that? Do I need to come on earlier? You know, the time's getting ready to change too. What would you do with it? What would I do with what? I mean, I feel like if I came on any earlier, I'd be cutting into people's supper time. Later would be better, but then some people would be asleep. It's your channel, do what you want. All right, I still am waiting for this answer here. In 2013, the U.S. Department of Justice charged what 30-year-old with espionage? Nobody know? I got some good guesses up there, or had one. It was Edward Snowden. It's me, Ann, just got in under the wire. Edward Snowden is who I was looking for. What Martin Scorsese movie cast Leonardo DiCaprio as a young man in New York looking to avenge his father's murder? What Martin Scorsese's movie cast Leonardo DiCaprio as a young man in New York looking to avenge his father's murder? What was the name of that? Leonardo played in more movies than the Titanic. I know, I got Tamara. I know she did. I gave her a point for that Snowden, that answer. And it's me, Ann, too, got a point, so. Georgia the Jungle Daddy Killer. It's me, and said I Googled it. Well, you can Google it. Like I said, you can Google it. You can call a friend. What Martin Scorsese's movie cast Leonardo DiCaprio as a young man in New York looking to avenge his father's murder? It was a pretty popular movie. Daddy Daycare. All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Gangs of New York. It was Gangs of New York. Wolf of Wall Street. It was Gangs of New York. Father Bang Bang. All right, next musical question. By what name is singer-songwriter Aubrey Graham better known? Gladys is sleeping. Clem my belly flopper. What name is singer-songwriter Aubrey Graham better known? What is the stage name of that person? Sometimes if they have a name like Aubrey Graham, they don't use that as a stage name. Just like Pink. That is not her real name. That's her stage name. Her name is what? Stephanie or Stephanie something. Can't remember what her real name is. What is the name? By what name is singer-songwriter Aubrey Graham better known? Oh, I never knew that. Well, I wouldn't have been able to answer, but I see the answer on the card, so I know. So don't feel bad, Edith. I couldn't have answered it. Oh, me. Oh. I gobbled down a sandwich of honey ham and cheese with pickles in it just before my live. I got down the last bite just before I hit the live button. And I think that's making me sleepy. I got my belly full. That's why the cats always want to go to sleep, curl up and go to sleep after they eat. They fill their belly and then they want to lay down and go to sleep. That's what I want to do, is lay down and go to sleep. Alicia, right. Alicia, not Stephanie. It's Alicia. Alicia something. All right, the name we're looking for is Drake. D-R-A-K-E. Drake. Next question. What is high school chemistry teacher Walter White diagnosed with on the TV series Breaking Bad? Sometimes little buddy will sleep on my bed if it's freezing cold outside. And I usually bring Lucky in and put him in his little bedroom, his pet taxi. What is high school chemistry teacher Walter White diagnosed with on the TV show or TV series Breaking Bad? Leprosy, Asian bat flu, hemorrhoids, lung cancer. I'm reading answers, but I'm not going to tell you if any of them are right yet. I love watching Breaking Bad. It was pretty neat. Fibroids and lung. Mad cow disease. Let's hope not. He was diagnosed with lung cancer. A couple of you got it right. Lung cancer was the correct answer. Next question. The slogan for the 2004 Summer Olympics was "Welcome Home." What city hosted that year? Hoof and mouth disease. It was a smoking cow. The slogan for the 2004 Summer Olympics was "Welcome Home." What city hosted that year? I don't think Granbury hosted the Olympics anytime. Just think of where they hosted a lot. Where do they have the Olympics a lot? Or quite often? Saginaw, Michigan, China, Beijing, Mar-a-Lago. Nope, 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 nope. It was in Athens. Athens is the answer. Next question. What did the U.S. military have printed during Operation Iraq Freedom to help identify the most wanted members of Saddam Hussein's government? What did the U.S. military have printed during the Operation Iraqi Freedom to help identify the most wanted members of Saddam Hussein's government? What did they have printed to help identify the most wanted members? No, not food stamps, not t-shirts. I didn't really know they did that. I learn something every time I play trivia. Well, have trivia. Not milk cartons, not money. Not green stamps, not post office pictures. It's actually the easiest one. It might have been pictures, but what were the pictures on? That's the question. Not posters. Smucker's jelly jars? No. Not stamps. Not stop signs. Hallmark love letters. Nope. Not tattoos. Not the wall. Not posters at all. Y'all give up? I mean, I didn't know they did this. It was a pretty neat way to do it. I've got one person so far that got it right. I'm not going to tell you who yet. Oh, man. It was playing cards. Playing cards. How many times do you think men get together and play cards? Play poker or something to that effect. It was playing cards, not Christmas cards, not posters, not just pictures. It was playing cards. And I think it's me, Ann, is the only one that that guessed cards. I mean, Edith said Christmas cards, but it was not Christmas cards. Oh, I feel. Well, you were almost right. If you'd have just left Christmas out of it and said cards, you'd have got it right. Nothing at all to feel silly about. Let me look back. Somebody said Tamara said it too. Oh, Tamara did. Playing cards. I'm glad y'all noticed that because I didn't see it. I saw the wall and the tattoos and somehow I skipped right over Tamara Aimling's playing cards. And then later, It's Me, Ann, come up with cards, which is good. $52 pickup. All right, next question. Who was nominated for her 21st Oscar for her role in Steven Spielberg's The Post? I'm sorry. Who was nominated for her 21st Oscar for her role in Steven Spielberg's The Post? Okay, Pat. Well, I'm glad you're here. You can come in and chat with us anytime. Even while we're playing, you can chat with us. There's Dennis with his Clem Kaleidahopper again. Marble strip. All right, the correct answer was Meryl Streep. Meryl Streep. She's the one that won the Oscars. Next question. Singer Nelly Furtado was born in what country? I've never heard of Nelly Furtado before. Singer Nelly Furtado was born in what country? What country was she born in? Potato Land? Oh my goodness. Not California. It's a he. It just says singer Nelly Furtado was born in what country? I've never heard of her either, Edith, so don't feel bad. I have no idea who Nelly Furtado is. They were born in Canada. Couple of you got it right. Canada. Oh my God, I cannot even pronounce this answer name. What Simpsons character runs the Quick E Mart? I don't know if it's a he or a she, but we're on the next question. What Simpsons character runs the Quick E Mart? If I could pronounce this, it'd be worth $1 million. So it's not Joe. No, it's not Joe. All of you got your answers in? Clem Muhammad Chopper. Muhammad Hopper. All right, well, both Tamaras are right, Dennis. It's APU. And I wish somebody could pronounce that last name. Nahashpi Mapetalian. Nahashmi. Oh my God. There's no way I can pronounce that. Yeah, you got it because you agreed with both Tamaras, and both Tamaras got it right. Pronounce his name. Pronounce his name as Apu. How in the world would you pronounce that last name? Nahad P Map My Petalin. Oh, that is unreal. Why would they even think of a name that long for a character in the Simpsons show? It is an Indian name. Oh, okay. All right, next question. What MLB team moved into Miller Park prior to the 2001 series? That's the guy that changes the dates on milk. Really? In that show? In the Quick Mart? What MLB team moved into Miller Park prior to the 2001 series? I don't think the Tamaras answered it yet, Dennis. And there's Wilson, finally. Where you been, Wilson? What MLB team moved into Miller Park prior to the 2001 season? Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. It was Milwaukee Brewers. Milwaukee Brewers. Next question. What first lady was born in Slovenia? What first lady was born in Slovenia? I don't know how close I come to pronouncing that. Slovenia. Trump was not born in Slovenia. Who are y'all saying by Trump? I mean, I think I know who you mean, but yeah, there you go. Trump could mean him or her. I don't know which one you're talking about. Oh, itching. He's not a first lady. Well, that's true, but you got to be more specific other than just Trump. Camelia's husband. It was Melania Trump. I'd have given you the point for Trump, but you said Melania too, so you still got it. It was Melania Trump. Wonder how they ever got together. Does anybody know the story behind how they met and how they got together? I would wonder. I've often wondered about that, how they got together. Next question. Who does Kristen Stewart play in the Twilight Saga? Mail order catalog. Who does Kristen Stewart play in the Twilight Saga? They met at a modeling show in New York. Huh, that's interesting. She worked as a car hop. Who does Kristen Stewart play in the Twilight Saga? We know it's the Twilight Saga, but who does he play, or who does Kristen Stewart play in the Twilight Saga? It's one of the characters in the Twilight Saga. Holy. The sun. You got to give me a name. Master Clem Kaleidahopper. All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 2, no, 3, 2, 1, 0. Bella Swam. Bella, S-W-A-N, Swan. Bella Swan is the name we're looking for. It's me, Ann, and Tamara Douglas both got it right, and Tamara Ameling got it correct as well. Sorry, guys, but 3 of you got it right. Okay, what song performed by Mary J. Blige spent 6 weeks at the top of the Billboard Hot 100 in 2001? What song performed by Mary J. Blige spent 6 weeks at the top of the Billboard Hot 100 in 2001? What was the song? Holy. Woo. With my baby. Uncle BB, I think you've been getting into Dennis's Joy Juice. Can't get no. All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Family Affair. Family Affair is the answer. A couple of you got it. We got 3 more questions on this card. Who plays troubled novelist Hank Moody for 7 seasons on Californication? Thought it was Seeing Things. Who plays troubled novelist Hank Moody for 7 seasons on Californication? Who's the actor that plays Hank Moody? Whew. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know. I would not have known if I didn't have this card with the answer in front of me. Good old Clem. Colada Hopper. I don't know where Colada Hopper come from. All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. It was David Duchovny. 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 However you pronounce that. A couple of you got it right. Duchovny. Duchovny. Next question. What NHL team selected Sidney Crosby first overall at the NHL draft in 2005? What NHL team selected Sidney Crosby first overall at the NHL draft in 2005? What was the team that did that? I'm going to sit this one out. Strickle hoppers. Oh, me. Whew. All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Pittsburgh Penguins. It was the Pittsburgh Penguins. You fell asleep talking, Taylor? All right, this is going to be the last question, y'all. Very last one of the night. What 92-year-old journalist retired from 60 Minutes only to pass away 1 month later? What 92-year-old journalist retired from 60 Minutes only to pass away 1 month later? What was his name? Ed Colada Hopper Wallace' father, rather. What? What 92-year-old journalist retired from 60 Minutes only to pass away 1 month later? Well, thank you for being here, Edith. All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. It was Andy Rooney. Andy Rooney. All right, now I got to figure out who's the winner. Who's going to win the seeds tonight? Wilson's got 1. Jay's got 4. MT's got 1. Pat Watson's got 1. Uncle BB has 3. Mrs. Meyer, I don't think she's got any. 1 maybe. Okay, Edith has 11. Paula has 2. Jana Jacob has 4. It's me, Ann, has 5, 10, 15, 20, 23. Dennis has 7. Tamara Douglas has 5, 10, 14. Tamara Aimling has 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 29. Jerry has 5, 10, 15, 17. Chill has 5. Lifewood Pippentine has 9. So it is Tamara Aimling that is the winner of the seeds tonight. Seemed like Tamara Douglas, Tamara Aimling are pretty much up there on top about winning the trivia. And I don't know where Patty C is. A lot of times if she's in the house, she'll win. But I haven't seen her in here tonight. But that's okay. We got a pretty good crowd anyway. So Tamara, I'll get your seeds in the mail. In fact, I'm going to write your name because I already got Tamara Douglas, Cindy Davis, and Tamara Aimling addressed with their seeds in it already. So I'll get another envelope with more seeds going to Tamara. Traer, Iowa. So I'll get that in the mail in the morning. Yeah, she's been Speedy Gonzalez tonight. She's wanting seeds. Evidently, she's going to plant her a big garden. Yeah, I debated a long time whether to tell that I had another secret or anonymous giver that's been sending me stuff because I didn't want someone to somehow find out who it was and do the same as they did to my other one and, you know, got them, they stopped them from sending me anything, which is okay. I don't need it. It's nice that people think to send you something, you know. And I said, that's the reason I call my raised beds experiments. I can't wait to see how they're going to work out in this Texas heat. And I know they may not do too well the first year you plant in them because all of the soil and the leaves and everything else you put down in there is not broken down into good garden soil yet. Basically, you're counting on the top layers to grow your vegetables or whatever you have in there. And who knows, I may put some popcorn seeds in that last one. Just see what it'll do. Like I said, I start growing popcorn out here in the yard. It gets 115 degrees. Some of that popcorn, if it's mature on the stalk, it may start popping everywhere. Wouldn't that be something? Oh my God, it'd be snowing popcorn. No, I just have to put two stamps on it anyway. They'll feel it and they'll think it's too thick and they'll want me to put 2 stamps on it. So I'll just go ahead and fix another one. It's all right. And I had one of my viewers there, they don't ever come in to chat, But they said now, those raised beds make more sense than the totes and the buckets to her because they don't break down. The metal doesn't deteriorate like the plastic or the plastic in the bucket or the tote. But she doesn't realize my goal was aimed on getting the water reservoir in the bottom, because this Texas heat, you got to have that water in the bottom. So, I mean, the okra grew good, and it was because the roots of the okra grew through the holes that I had cut in that little swimming pool and got into the ground. And that's one reason they grew so well. So I'm waiting to see what's going to happen with some other stuff. Because I know when I first started planting here, I planted in the spot where I kept the canopy shade up over all the time. And the reason I quit growing stuff there is because of the Bermuda grass. It took over everything. So I couldn't plant anything there, because if I did, the Bermuda grass would just smother out my vegetables. You know what I'm saying? So, and it was hard to keep it watered too. Oh, okay, yeah. Dennis got the envelopes that I sent. I sent him one with seeds, I think, and I sent Brooklyn the necklace in an envelope. So she'll be at his house tomorrow, so she'll get that card, that envelope tomorrow with the necklace in it that Tamara wanted to let Brooklyn have for her birthday. So it's a couple of days late for her birthday, but she'll get it anyway. She'll be tickled because it's a cute necklace. I use a hoe to make a spot for pepper plants. Well, I've grown in grass before, but not Bermuda grass. Bermuda grass is something terrible. I mean, it just grows like a vine, and it gets all in your plants, and it just, I don't know, it destroys your plants. The other types of grass you can pull out usually. But this Bermuda grass, oh my God, it's the worst. You don't ever want Bermuda grass in your yard unless that's all you want is grass. If you want a good grassy yard that you got to mow every week, you need Bermuda grass. And it will grow in Texas in this heat. As long as it gets a tiny bit of water, it will grow. And if it doesn't get water, it'll die down, and you'll think it's gone. But as soon as it gets water on it, it springs right back up. You can't get rid of it. Yeah, well, I like Bermuda grass too in my yard, but not in my garden. Yeah, I'm anxious to see that too. But in the years past, all of the tomato slices that I planted, oh my God, they put out hundreds of tomato plants. And the peppers were the same way. I was constantly pulling out my pepper plants and running them all through the yard. That's why I had bell pepper everywhere and hot peppers everywhere. And I picked the Roma tomato because it's a small bush. It's more of a determinate bush. It doesn't grow 12 foot tall. That way I don't mind pulling them out and sticking them in pots with something else. Looks like a golf course if you manage it. Yeah, Bermuda grass is pretty, and it grows real good for your yard if you want grass. But you never want it in your vegetable garden. You put fertilizer on that stuff in your vegetable garden, and it'll take over. Well, good for you, Edith. You told those ladies you have new friends, and they got jealous. Well, good going. I'm happy you told them that. I bet he didn't see that chicken livers and rice video that I did. Pork fat soup. Oh, my God. I did a short on warming up my baby back ribs, and I made some hash browns to go with them. Because when I grilled out, or did I fix them in the oven the last time? I made baby back ribs, and I froze part of them in little packages. And I think that was the last package of them I had that I took out today. And I'll get a meal off of them tomorrow too, because I I think 4 ribs today with those potatoes, and I've got about 4 more to eat tomorrow. It was in the oven, yeah. I know. I think the first time I did chicken, I grilled it on Sunday, on my Sunday live, and then the next time I fixed barbecue anything, it was in the oven, and it was the baby back ribs. I'm in zone 5A. I knew tree collards aren't perennial in my area. Do you think I have collards to pluck this season? I don't know. Tree collards are perennials. And unless it freezes so much that it kills the stalk, they'll survive through the winter. I think mine got too much freezing cold weather on them. My biggest one, I'm not sure about yet. It's nothing but the stalk because it killed everything that was growing on the stalk. But the stalk is like that big around, y'all. And it's a hardy plant, so I'm expecting it to come back to life. You love Jell-O? It's your favorite dessert? I love Jell-O too. I just don't fix it very often for some reason. Oh no, you get down to -25. Well, you need a greenhouse that's heated then to keep yours alive through the winter months. I'm in, I think, 8A or 8B. One thing I can count on, though, my purple tree collards sometimes will make it through the winter. My perpetual spinach, most of it will make it through the winter. And part of my tree collards will. Now, my regular collards, it didn't hurt them. It killed a few of the leaves, but they come right back to life as soon as it warms back up. So I've got regular collards out there, and I've planted a whole patch of cabbage in those buckets again that's in that round. It's where my fire pit was in my backyard in front of the shed. I planted each one of those buckets in cabbage. And they just started coming up. Yeah, there's not too much going to live through a winter of -25-degree weather. Well, you could. Did I send you tree collards, Tamara? It'll warm up sooner or later that you can plant those. I mean, it can't freeze 12 months out of the year in Iowa. It does? Because, I mean, if it stays in a deep freeze for a week, yeah, it'll kill them. But the tree collards love cold weather. They just can't handle a week-long freeze. I've got one rose bush rooting